Everyone, welcome in. 4 for 4 Inactives bets. Connor, what's going on, bud?
Yeah, not too much. We're getting a couple coming in here right now. We already got the big one, which was the Keon Coleman news, which we kind of got an inkling of yesterday.
Yeah.
Apparently, he missed a meeting, and that makes sense. He's been playing like shit either way, so like I don't know. I mean, I guess it wasn't that surprising. I kind of thought he had a chance to get benched anyways. But now officially,
That's just your natural take on that's your player take.
Yes,
He's just waiting to get benched. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, like he's just been ass. Like I don't know, he's just out there, and not doing a whole lot. And so, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know if Josh Palmer is the answer or like Tyrell Shavers.
Yeah. We're going to find out today, I guess, against the Bucks. Weather seems to be a big piece of the puzzle. That's one of the weather games today. I thought you had a banger of a lean here, just kind of playing off the weather and with field goals that you shared for subscribers this morning. And I get in on that. I thought it was a really, really sharp look, playing like the longest under on the longest field goal attempts and a bunch of these weather spots. Anything you want to highlight there? I know that's not a bet that can be made everywhere, but I think Caesars 365 have those available.
Yeah, I think DraftKings probably does somewhere. It might just be hidden. DraftKings usually has it. But yeah, it's like, so right now we have Kevin Roth just updated this, by the way, as well. So he said current measured wins in our 4 win games. New York Giants, 22 miles per hour sustained, 37 miles per hour gusts. That's check mark. Buffalo, 23-37. Cleveland, 26-37. And then Pittsburgh is the only one that's like fringe, but it's 14-36. So it looks like sustained is probably not that bad, but the gusts are going to be nuts. And I think part of it too is like, so yeah, I parlayed all the longest field goal unders in those games. And then I also played them some locals as well, had those individually, even at higher numbers. They had like 50s. They just didn't move them at all.
That's what I caught on 365. They had some higher numbers that they hadn't touched.
Yeah. I'm not saying, I mean, you're almost certainly going to burn your account if you win on these, but I think this is a good chance to like kind of get it in good. And like, because also like, it's not like, could they make those field goals potentially? But like a lot of the thing is the coaches will just be like, we're just not going to attempt it. So like any 4th and short stuff, like they're just going to go for it basically in those areas.
The Boswell one makes me nervous because he's just so damn good.
Yeah.
So, the Pittsburgh one. So that was the only terrifying one. But again, if
it's my least
catch at the right time and that 36 mile an hour gusts are kicking up and they just don't even go for it, which is probably, that's our best out. And that's okay. I agree with you in terms of like, punting off the account in a way. I think the parlay of it softens that a little bit because it's naturally less sharp versus kind of like jamming them individually. So
I round robin them too, to be clear as well. Okay. So I did buy 2s, 3s, and then parlayed them all and bet them all individually. So yeah, I mean, no better time week 12 to be balls deep in some weather unders, kicking unders. Also, we have some big news. Matthew Golden active today. So we played some Christian Watson reception unders. I mean, I don't know how much Matthew Golden really plays, but I mean, it probably matters a little bit, right? Like I think he'll play a little more than Malik Heath or whatever, some of these other scrubs that they had rolling out here. So
yeah, probably matters a little, but I think that was a good look. He's been out there even like last week where we thought it was so thin. There was pass to him, really kind of popping off. It's just still not happening. So again, with the way that he wins, with the weather in that game being one of the more, I think, sustainable win situations, it's a little less appealing for him. So I think that was a good read on that one. Looks like the Bills are getting a bunch of defensive backs questionable. Looks like for the most part, those guys are all active. So that's, I guess, good news for them defensively. Brian Thomas Jr. inactive. Not a lot of surprises as of now. So as things kind of roll in here in the next 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it's interesting because we have, I mean, like all these like weather games are pretty already like dampened, I think, by a lot of the weather stuff. Like Bills, Baker his over under is like 30 pass attempts.
Which is saw the yardage on both those guys kind of drop pretty heavily over the weekend.
Yeah, and like no Bucky Irving, so like I mean I think they should have some success running the ball, but I don't know. I mean, he's going to have to throw. Maybe it's a good live betting opportunity late in the game. Just like if they're down, they're going to have to throw at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that's what they want to do. Let's see here. Yeah, really nothing that's I think is really impactful. I think it's all kind of baked in. Sometimes we'll catch something a little surprising on a Sunday morning. It doesn't really seem to be the case. Anything popping on Sharp Stack that we want to take a look at?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. All right, got that. So some interesting ones here. I didn't know that these were even like I don't know, even a thing, really, to be honest. First quarter props, is that
Yeah.
new?
I think they default to being turned off, but if you go in and just, select all in the bet type, you're gonna get all that in there.
I mean, yeah, this is wild. Devontae Adams, first quarter, 14.5 yards. That's 12.5 everywhere else. Wandale, 13.5, 12.5 FanDuel, 8.5 DraftKings. I mean, you could, I mean, I don't normally middle, but I think that's actually a reasonable middle. And also, I have a lot of these. What's up?
Catch 1 9-yard ball and you're
Yeah.
cooking.
I also have a lot of these turned off. So, just generally based on what I use.
We don't need Fanatics turned on. Don't even bother with. I mean, I haven't heard of anyone that can get down more than like $20 on Fanatics. It's just it's even if you, again, not to unit size shame.
Yeah.
That's like, but I feel like most people are at least right around that or a little bit more, and I feel like you struggle to even get that down on Fanatics. So.
Totally. One thing that I did want to see actually was the Giants situation. Because they elevated Isaiah Hodgins, but I don't know if I don't know if Ray McLeod was elevated, which made me remember that he was a Dable guy. Like he was a Brian Dable signing and everything there. So I don't know if he's active, to be honest. I don't think he's on the active roster right now. I think Hodgins got the nod.
Okay, you can look at that. Yeah, he's not listed as inactive, but it doesn't mean that he's been called up, right? So he's could still very much be on the practice squad.
Yeah, I guess that they elevated Dalen Cambry. Was he announced? He was announced inactive, right?
He's not listed on the inactive list.
Yeah, practice squad will be one of 2 practice. Yeah, so I would assume Rara is out. I don't think he's playing, which is hilarious that we were, I don't know, jamming it for him. But I think Hodgins could be an interesting one. I don't know. I mean, the weather obviously sucks, but like, do we get like a prop in like, I don't know, like 7 yards or something like that, or like 10 yards? Because like right now there are active wide receivers are Wandale, Hodgins, Gunnar, Olszewski, or whatever, and then Jalen Hyatt.
Tough scene.
Yeah, the answer is probably none, but we'll see what that number comes out at. Let's see here. Any other EV stuff here? Dylan Gabriel, 12.5 rushing yards. Yeah, that's definitely a good look at Hard Rock if you can get down there. Rivers got the JJ McCarthy prop. Yeah, this is just like, yeah, it's getting blasted out there at most other spots. And then Rico under, I know another group released this one specifically. And so, yeah, it's 88 still on Hard Rock. It was released, I think, by the other group at like 80, 88 or 87. Now down to 80, which he's going to see a ton of work. So I don't know but I think, the number's so high.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Tough. Juju under 12 receiving yards. This is calling my name. You know what I mean? I might have to play this. This is,
yeah, that's you right there. That's for sure you.
Oh man, has he like? I don't know his route rate off the top of my head. Has he been even out there? Like, I mean, a couple routes a game, basically.
Yeah, a couple routes a game. I think Etienne's, was he 67.5? That's definitely higher than it was earlier in the week. So someone definitely played over, and that got cooked out, I feel like. And then that's dipped a little bit. I kind of like Etienne. I thought over on his rushing attempts was actually a pretty decent look. I considered firing that. I was at 14.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a play, but something I would like more than even the yards. But you've been able to run on the Chargers of late.
Right. They have been like allowing way more, which is interesting.
Yeah. He's been pretty good. He's, pretty consistently 75, 80% of the carries there. We haven't had much tooting of late.
Yeah, we got all right. So we got Juju 22%, 21% route rate the last 2 games.
Oh yeah, Connor, that's you, buddy.
That's a great look. I absolutely love that. So yeah, might play that later. We'll see what that looks like. All right, real quick, yeah, I mean, this is first quarter receiving yards. This is the exact middle we talked about. Keon, that one's done. Puka, first quarter receiving yards as well. I mean, there's just a lot of disparity between these stuff. I mean, this is a 7-yard, 6-yard middle, like rebounds, a full rebound here for Jordan Walsh. I don't know who that is, but it's fine. Wandale Rob, again, same one we pointed out earlier. So yeah, tons of good middles too. I mean, just so much stuff to jam here. And you can even like, I don't even just set the thing here to like max CVH of like, I don't know, 3 minutes and just see what happens.
Yeah, if you haven't taken advantage of the 7-day free trial, I'm begging you to do so. Again, kick around in here, mostly looking at the EV tool, but you can see here there's ARB tool, middle tool, odd screens, prop screens. If you're on the pick'em sites, we're using the same stuff for the pick'em in there. You can build a slip to see what the EV is in the slip. All that stuff is in there for you too. And use promo code WINNBA to get a $10 a month after your first week of no charge. So 5 weeks or so for $10, typically in the $120, $130 range. So pretty good deal. Again, a new suite of betting tools for us. We would love your feedback, what you like, what you don't like, what you'd want to see. You have the gradients here popping. You can see now too when these bets are getting hit. So that helps you get an understanding of where the steam is chasing and where to go. So yeah, jump in there. Free 7-day trial. Just go to 4for4.com/plans. Hit us up if you have any questions. Love it.
Yeah, it's great. All right, well, join the Discord, get a subscription, probably maybe have 1 or 2 more bets, and yeah, it's gonna be a good week.
Yeah, I got more tackles coming for sure, and then a list of all the stuff that is on a couple of books. It's not widely available that I think is worth playing if you have access to those. So let's have a day.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, buddy. Make sure you again move the line where we listen to podcasts. 4for4 Live on YouTube. Come back tomorrow, Monday. Connor and I at 3 p.m. Eastern. Give kind of a game by game breakdown, takeaways, and then kind of look forward to what will be the Week 12 slate, which is crazy as we continue to steam out here. And then come back on Friday for props with Slop. So for Connor, Ryan, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.